sang this before a few weeks ago. It's rather like another song that I sing quite regularly called The Bonnie Bunch of Time. This one's called Come All You Garners Gay. Garner being someone who gathers things together. Young lassies, for example. Come all you garners gay that are just now in your prime. I wish I was in that bonny girl's arms where I've been many a time. Where I've been many a time. Where I've been many a time. I wish I was in that bonny girl's arms where I've been many a time. That last part's the chorus. Now it's all right drinking ale, but it's much better drinking wine. But it's far better sleeping in that bonny girl's arms where I've been many a time. Where I've been many a time. Where I've been many a time. But it's far better sleeping in that bonny girl's arms where I've been many a time. Green willows they will twist, green willows they will twine. I wish I was in that bonny girl's arms where I've been many a time. Where I've been many a time. Where I've been many a time. I wish I was in that bonny girl's arms where I've been many a time. Once I had time enough to flourish night and day, but then that girl, that bonny, bonny girl, she stole my time away. She stole my time away. She stole my time away. But then that girl, that bonny, bonny girl, she stole my time away. And now my time is gone, and I cannot plant any new, for the very same place where the old time grew is all overrun with rue, is all overrun with rue, is all overrun with rue, for the very same place where the old time grew is all overrun with rue. That running rue, it's not the flower for me, for I'll pluck up all the running rue and I'll plant a sturdy oak tree. I'll plant a sturdy oak tree. I'll plant a sturdy oak tree, for I'll pluck up all the running rue and I'll plant a sturdy oak tree. Stand fast, you oak, stand fast and never die, for I'll be as true to my own true love as the stars are to the sky, as the stars are to the sky, as the stars are to the sky, for I'll be as true to my own true love as the stars are to the sky.
This is a song which you'll loosen your tongues with. It's where they used to send the convicts in Australia. It's called Botany Bay. Farewell. Farewell to old England forever. Farewell to my old pals as well. Farewell to the well-known Bailey, where I used to look so swell. Singing Turalai-uralai-adity, singing Turalai-uralai-ay, singing Turalai-uralai-adity, or bound for Botany Bay. Tain't ain't leaving old England I cares about. 'Tain't 'cause I must spells what I knows, but because all we like fingered gentry hop around with a log on our toes, singing Turalai-uralai-adity, singing Turalai-uralai-ay, singing Turalai-uralai-adity, oh, we're bound for Botany Bay. Now had I the wings of a turtle dove, I'd soar on my pinion so high, slap bang into the arms of sweet Polly, my love, and in her sweet presence I'd die. Singing Turalai-uralai-adity, singing Turalai-uralai-ay, singing Turalai-uralai-adity, oh, we're bound for Botany Bay. There's the captain that is our commander, there's the boatswain and all the ship's crew, there's the first and second class passengers, knows what us poor convicts go through. Singing Turalai-uralai-adity, singing Turalai-uralai-ay, singing Turalai-uralai-adity, oh, we're bound for Botany Bay. So come all you young dukies and duchesses, take a warning from what I've to say. Make sure all's your own that you touches us, or you'll join us in Botany Bay. Singing Turalai-uralai-adity, singing Turalai-uralai-ay, singing Turalai-uralai-adity, or you'll join us in Botany Bay.
This is a story about a fellow that goes away to the wars and gets pretty well battered, loses a leg and one thing or another. And when he goes away, he leaves his girl. The last time he sees her, she was dressed in the gown so green. And when he comes back again, he meets this young girl walking along with a baby in her arms. And he says this. Oh, abroad as I was a-walking, all on the King's Highway, I've been weary of my travelling for many a long day. I met a lovely woman with a babe all in her arms. She kissed the babe and said she wished his father could be found. Oh, good evening, lovely woman, I long to meet you here. With your pretty babe all in your arms, you seem to love so dear. I think I know his father, and you before I've seen. Don't you remember the day, my love, when you wore the gown so green? Now she threw her arms around him and fainted away. Is it you, my lovely Henry, turned home to me again? A long time I've been lamenting, but now I'll make a vow. Neither peace nor comfort have I had since from me you've been gone. Now I've lost one limb in battle, love, and that you plain can see. Through saving a bold commander's life that proved the ruin of me. But I've got a noble pension, both silver and gold in store, and I mean to make you my lawful bride and go abroad no more. So let you and I take a license, love, upon this very day. Let you and I get married, love, without any more delay. With your sweet prattling baby, more pleasures you will see, and you'll never no more repent the day when you wore the gown so green.
Song called The Foggy Dew. When I was apprenticed in London town, I took to the roving trade, and the only harm I ever done was a courting a fair young maid. I courted her in winter time and part of the summertime too, and many is the time I wrote my love all over the foggy dew. One night as I lay in my bed, as I lay fast asleep, this pretty young girl, she came to me, and bitterly she did weep. She cried, alas, and woe is me, whatever shall I do? For tonight I resolved to sleep with you, for fear of the foggy dew. Now all the first part of that night, how we did sport and play, and all the second part of that night, she in my arms did lay. And when broad daylight did appear, she cried, I am undone. Oh, hold your tongue, young girl, says I, the foggy dew is gone. Supposing you should have a child, 'twould make you laugh and smile. Supposing you should have another, 'twould make you think a while. Supposing you should have another one too, would make you leave off your foolish young tricks and remember the foggy dew. I love that girl with all of my heart, loved her more than I loved my life. And in the latter part of that year, I made her my lawful life. I never have broke faith with her, and I never intend to do. But many is the time she winks and smiles, I remember the foggy dew.
In folk songs, you get dozens of songs start with a chance meeting of a lad and a lass, walking along the highway, walking along the street, as she was going to market, or one thing and another. There's always two people seem to meet, and you get these chance meetings with people that have never seen each other before. And somehow this sort of thing could happen before the days of the motor car, but I just don't see how you could. I mean, just can you imagine it happening today as you're driving down the motorway and you? I mean, just impossible, isn't it? You know, you couldn't meet a young lassie walking down the motorway. But anyway, this is a song along the same lines as usual. Someone walking along the highway meets a lassie going to market, and there's the resulting consequences and so on. As I was going to Derby town, 'twas on a market day, I met a pretty young lassie, boys, as she was on her way. She was on her way with butter and eggs to sell, so we jogged along together, singing tiddy-fa-la-fa-la. Well, now we jogged along together, side by side, and then this pretty young lassie her apron came untied. For fear that she might lose it, I unto her did say, oh, your apron isn't tied, my love, sing tiddy-fa-la-fa-la. Oh, would you be so kind, sir, and would you be so free? Oh, would you be so kind as to tie it up for me? Oh, I'll tie up your apron when we come to yonder's hill. So we jogged along together, singing tiddy-fa-la-fa-lo. Well, now up on yonder hill, the grass grew very high. I laid this lassie on her back, her apron for to tie. I kissed her once, I kissed her twice, and then she grew quite free. So we jogged along together, singing tiddy-fa-la-fa-lee. Well, no sooner butter was melted and her eggs they were all broke. Now what will ever my mother say? She'll not think that a joke. Oh, we'll go down to Derby town and married we shall be. So we jogged along together singing tiddy falafely. Oh, now we're back from Derby town, a-riding side by side. I'm my darling husband and she's my lovely bride. My roving days are over now, as you can plainly see, for she caught me by her apron strings, sing tiddy falafely.
Oh, Polly, love, oh, Polly, the rout has now begun, and we must go a-marching to the beating of the drum. Go dress yourselves all in your best and come along with me. I'll take you to the wars, me love, in high Germany. Oh, Willie, love, oh, Willie, come listen to what I say. My feet, they are so tender, I cannot march away. And besides, my dearest Willie, I am with child by thee, not fitted for the wars, me love, in high Germany. I'll buy for thee a horse, me love, and on it you shall ride. And one of my delights shall be in a riding by your side. I'll stop at every alehouse and drink when we are dry. Be true to one another, love, and get married by and by. Oh, cursed be the cruel wars that ever I shall rise, and out of merry England plus many a man likewise. They press me true love from me, likewise me brothers three, and sent them to the wars, me love, in high Germany. Me friends I do not value, me foes I do not fear, and now me love has left me, I wander far and near. And when me baby it is born and smiling on my knee, I'll think on lovely Willie in high Germany. Oh, Polly, love, oh, Polly, the rout has now begun, and we must go a-marching to the beating of the drum. Go dress yourselves all in your best and come along with me. I'll take you to the wars, me love, in high Germany.
This is a song we haven't sung here for none of us have sung here for quite a long time, but I'm sure you'll all know the chorus and the song, so if you feel like joining in. I'm a rover and seldom sober. I know that. We start with the chorus. I'm a rover and seldom sober. I'm a rover of high degree. It's when I'm drinking I'm always thinking how to gain my lost company. There's ne'er a night but I'm going to ramble. There's ne'er a night but I'm going to roam. There's ne'er a night but I'm going to ramble into the arms of my true love. For I'm a rover and seldom sober. I'm a rover of high degree. It's when I'm drinking I'm always thinking how to gain my lost company. He stepped up to her bedroom window, kneeling gently upon a stone. He whispered through her bedroom window, my darling dear, do you lie alone? For I'm a rover and seldom sober. I'm a rover of high degree. It's when I'm drinking I'm always thinking how to gain my lost company. She raised her head from her down soft pillow, with her arms around her breast, saying, who is that at my bedroom window, disturbing me at my long night's rest? Oh, I'm a rover and seldom sober, I'm a rover of high degree. It's when I'm drinking, I'm always thinking how to gain my lost company. Says I'm a love, it's thy true lover, open the door and let me in, for I am come on a long night's journey, more than near to wrench to the skin. For I'm a rover, seldom sober, I'm a rover of high degree. It's when I'm drinking, I'm always thinking how to gain my lost company. She opened the door with the greatest pleasure, she opened the door and she let him in. They both shook hands and embraced each other, until the morning they lay as yin. For I'm a rover and seldom sober, I'm a rover of high degree. It's when I'm drinking, I'm always thinking how to gain my lost company. Oh, new my lass, I must gang and leave thee to climb the hills that are far above. But I will climb with the greatest pleasure, since I've been in the arms, oh my love. For I'm a rover and seldom sober, I'm a rover of high degree. It's when I'm drinking, I'm always thinking how to gain my lost company. Now very pleased to introduce back to St Andrews again. We've had him here a couple of times before and been very popular. David Campbell from Guyana.
Hallelujah, when I lay my burden down. Glory, glory, hallelujah, when I lay my burden down. Hallelujah, when I lay my burden down. Glory, glory, hallelujah, when I lay my burden down. I'm gonna meet my dear old mother when I lay my burden down. Well, I'm gonna meet my dear old mother when I hallelujah, when I lay my burden down. Glory, glory,
Hallelujah, when I lay my burden down. Well, I'm gonna sing a song of freedom when I lay my burden down. Well, I'm gonna sing a song of freedom when I lay my burden down. Glory, glory, sing it. Hallelujah, when I lay my burden down. Glory, glory, hallelujah, when I lay my burden down. When I lay my burden down. And now I'd like you to join me in a song I wrote quite recently. And I'd like to say this before I sing the song, that I'm sure that there are a lot of men in this world who think that they're being taken for granted by their women or even their wives. And I'm sure that for every one of them, there are probably about 50,000 women who feel that they're being taken for granted by their men. Anyway, this song tries to remedy the gap. That is to say, the gap between the two states, not anything else. And it's called Poor Jean. I'd like you to try it with me if you feel up to it. There's a lot of bass playing going on. It's I mean, I dig the bass, but you know. It'd be alright if they were playing in the same key as me, but sounds like the key of P or something. P minor, actually. The part I'd like you to sing goes like this. And when comes a hugging time, Lord, we don't need no wine. When comes a hugging time, Lord, she knows she's mine. Try it. I mean the song, that is. Well, when comes a hugging time, Lord, we don't need no wine. When comes a hugging time, Lord, she knows she's mine. Poor Jean comes from the south, bringing me flowers, making workmen turn about. Poor Jean stays north with me, mending my socks and making pots of tea for me. But when comes a hugging time, Lord, we don't need no wine. When comes a hugging time, Lord, she knows she's mine. Ooh, Jean sings me a song, though she don't know I'm listening as she sings along. Ooh, Jean shares it with me, though she is stopping every time she looks at me. But when comes a hugging time, Lord, we don't need no wine. When comes a hugging time, Lord, she knows she's mine.
stretching our minds to follow where our eyes can see. Ooh, Jean, don't wish but she will leave for her prison just as time is standing still. But when comes the hugging time, Lord, we don't need no wine. When comes the hugging time, Lord, she knows she's mine. Ooh, Jean, just to make sure, comes half an hour early knocking at my door. Ooh, Jean, she should be sure, though I say meet me, then I'm waiting long before. But when comes the hugging time, oh, we don't need no wine. When comes the hugging time, Lord, she knows she's mine. When comes the hugging time, Lord, we don't need no wine. When comes the hugging time, Lord, she knows she's mine. Nowadays don't have any respect anymore. Look, see what I mean? I'd like to do another recently written song. This is one called Train Time. Family man, take your kids to the sea. Cheap fares on today, take the whole family. The porters are friendly and the country looks fine. They serve Cornish pasty on the whole southern line. Talk dusty roads, your poor weary boots have seen. My rails are smooth, my train is fast. I wish my silent heart was my guitar in hand and my hair hanging down. They're staring at me till my head's going round. Mr. Jones pats his wife with a smile on her knee like I'm carrying a knife, and he must protect her from me. I've won are so much got to search and find some more. I got to break some virgin ground, open up some long locked doors. I sit on the train with a book in my hand. A man looks at me, wondering how come I can. A first-class young lady slings through second class, a lift in her nose, and the shaking so fast. Where am I? Who am I? Where will all my wandering lead? What can I, if I try, do to make me calm and free? Terrible. I'd like to do one more sort of slower song, then I'd do something a bit more raucous perhaps to keep up with the bass play downstairs. And the song I like to attempt now is, the only reason I'm attempting this song is because in my travels in Scotland people have been very friendly and tolerant, and for that reason I will attempt this song. It's actually a Scottish song. I like it very much, and that's my only excuse for doing it. So while the experts bite their fingernails, I'll sing the song. Was in the month of sweet July, before the sun had pierced the sky. 'Twas in between the rigs of rye that I heard two lovers talking. The lad said, "Lassie, I must away. I have no longer time to stay, but I've a word or two to say. If you've got the time to tarry, Father of thee takes good care. Your mother combs down your yellow hair, but your sisters say you get no share if you go with me, stranger. Let my father fret and my mother frown. My sister's words I do disown, though they were dead and below the ground. I would go with you, a stranger. Oh, lassie, lassie, your fortune's small, and maybe at all. You're no match for me at all. Lay your love on another. The lassie's courage began to fail. Her rosy cheeks, they grew wan and pale, and the tears came trickling down like hail, or a heavy shower in summer. With handkerchief of linen fine, he's dried her tears and he's kissed her then, saying, lassie, lassie, you shall be mine. I said it all to try thee, this laddie being of courage bold, a laddie scarcely 19 years old. He's roved the hills and the valleys old, and he's taken his lassie with him.
You can account for the slightly original version of the song, or different version of the song, because since I came up here last October, I've been looking for the song, and I finally got it about a week ago, and I got to the way I usually collect my Scottish song from a fella from British Guyana. And, so the words were probably a bit different from the original version of the song. Anyway, score. I was born and raised, or dragged up, as some wagwan said, in Guyana, what used to be British Guyana. But the people did not like the very unpoetic sound of the word British before the word Guyana. So they decided to change it by becoming independent. And the country is now called Guyana, and everybody's, well, slightly relieved. Anyway, when we were going to school, I used to go to school on the banks of a river right deep in the jungle, so to speak. And it's funny, it sounds strange in a primitive place like that to know that we learned a lot of songs from Britain. You know, the whole idea is to brainwash us so that we would be loyal or something like that. You know? Anyway, we did learn some good songs. Several of them, of course, were about myths and legends. There's one I very vaguely remember. It goes something like this. It says, rule Britannia, Britannia rule the world. Anyway, that's a long, long time ago. And I like to do a song that I learned at that time. It's quite a joyful little song. There was one of the teachers who used to teach us these songs, and he was a bit strict about us learning the songs, and if you didn't learn it fast enough, he'd organize little races in the river with the alligators and things like that. So it was sort of a friendly school, yeah. Anyway, this song he tried to force upon us. We liked it anyway, but one or two of the kids were giving trouble. So he tried to get us to sing it, you know, and get these kids to learn it right, and he was a bit harsh on them. But kids, being as resilient as they are, they got their revenge, because they started to sing their own version of the song. And it's startling to imagine that 11-year-old kids can be so obscene. Anyway, the song is actually quite ripe for this sort of thing, because, well, the name itself offered all manner of, you know, variations you could give to the song. For instance, I mean, the name of the song is My Grandfather's Clock, you know, and the kids were, well, never mind. Anyway, I'd like to try it. Father's clock was too large for the shelf, so it stood 90 years on the floor. It was taller by far than the old man himself, though it weighed not a penny weight more. It was bought on the morn of the day that he was born, and was always his treasure and pride. But it stopped short, never to go again when the old man died. 90 years without slumbering, tick-tock, tick-tock, his life seconds numbering. But it stopped short, never to go again when the old man died. I didn't do too well in school. I don't remember the other verses. So let's do the whole lot over again. All right? My grandfather's clock was too large for the shelf, so it stood 90 years on the floor. It was taller by far than the old man himself, though it weighed not any weight more. It was bought on the morn of the day that he was born, and was always his treasure and pride. But it stopped short, never to go again when the old man died. 90 years without slumbering, tick-tock, tick-tock, his life seconds numbering, tick-tock, tick-tock, but it stopped short, never to go again when the old man died. But it stopped short, never to go again when the old man died. Yeah, okay. Just one more song on this set, and it's always difficult to decide on which one to do. Alright, I think I'll do a Spanish song now. This song is called It's about a poor Mexican man, as if there were any rich Mexican man. He falls in love with a woman who's both rich and beautiful. It's the women who have the bread down there. And because you fellas know that if you fall in love with a woman who's just beautiful, you have problems, and if she's rich, you have problems too. If you combine the two things, it's a drag. That's what happens to this fellow in the song. So he says things like, you know, I don't have riches and all that, but I do have a heart, and this I gladly give you. Well, in this day and age, it would be very appropriate, I'm sure. Anyway, even that approach didn't go down too well with the woman. Anyway. It's been known to work in certain parts of Latin America, but not the part I come from. Anyway.
mirar. Pero si tú no los dejas, pero si tú no los dejas, ni siquiera parpadear. Sale rosa, besar tus labios quisiera, besar tus labios quisiera, malagueña, sale rosa. Niña hermosa, eres linda hechicera, eres linda hechicera como el candor de una rosa, malagueña salarosa. Por pobre me desprecias, yo te concedo razón, yo te concedo razón. Si por pobre me desprecias, yo no te ofrezco riquezas, ofrezco mi corazón, te ofrezco mi corazón a cambio de mis pobrezas. Malagueña sale rosa, besar tus labios quisiera, besar tus labios quisiera, malagueña sale rosa. Y decirte, niña hermosa, eres linda hechicera, que eres linda hechicera como el candor de una rosa, malagueña sale rosa, como el candor.
Next song's a Northumbrian song for a change. It's got another good chorus. It's an identical version in Scotland, but it's different really. To confuse Mr. Hutchison, God bless his soul, who sing by Broom bosoms in this song. Right, George? Pause for that.
Would it start?
Yeah. Buy broom bosoms, buy them when they're new, fine never brings, better never grew. If you want a bosom for to sleep your hoose, come to me, my hinnies, ye may have your choose. Buy broom bosoms, buy them when they're new, fine never brings, better never grew. Bosoms for a penny, ranges for a plaque. If you win it by, I'll hide them on me back. Buy broom bosoms, buy them when they're new, fine never brings, better never grew. If I had a horse, why I would have a cart. If I had a wife, why she would take me part. Buy broom bosoms, buy them when they're new, fine never brings, better never grew. If I had a wife, I'd care not what she'd be. If she's but a woman, that's enough for me. Buy broom bosoms, buy them when they're new, fine never brings, better never grew. If it be she be handsome, I would think it treat. If that she be ugly, what the hell it needs. Buy broom bosoms, buy them when they're new, fine never brings, better never grew. If that she be fruitful, oh what joy is there. If that she be barren, less would be me care. Buy broom bosoms, buy them when they're new, fine never brings, better never grew. If she like a droppy or an A degree, if she didn't like it, I'll mare for me. Buy broom bosoms, buy them when they're new, fine never brings, better never grew. Now I'd like to introduce someone new to the club, Margaret Mather.
It's not mine, that's why it hides me so much. I am a miller, time a trade, and that's a will you can know. I am a miller, time a trade, and that's a will you can know. Oh, I am a miller, time a trade, and money's the sack o' me love maid, and I've courted money's a fair young maid at the back of the Saxon below. It happened in June when I was in my cell. Oh, it happened in June when I was in my cell. Oh, a lass come tripping down my lane, saying I hear your mill a clattering in, and I thought that I would just look in to see if you're in your cell. Oh, you're welcome here, my bonny lass, you're welcome here for I. Oh, you're welcome here, my bonny lass, you're welcome here for I. Oh, you're welcome here, my bonny lass. And what's the news that I would hear? Will ye consent to bide with me? Aye, to bide with me for I. Oh, the larkin lassie gave a smile, she said she couldn't tell. Oh, the larkin lassie gave a smile, she said she couldn't tell. Oh, the larkin lassie gave a smile, she said, young man, you'll wait a while till I hear your mill a clattering in. I and I'll bide with ye for I. Oh, I kissed her lips as sweet as honey dew. I kissed her lips as sweet as honey dew. Oh, I kissed her lips as sweet as honey, until a tear come to her eye. I'll leave my mommy off free. I and I'll bide with ye for I. Oh, I am a miller, time a trade, and that's the will you can know. I am a miller, time a trade, and that's the will you can know. Oh, I am a miller, time a trade, and money's the sack o' me love maid, and money's the lassie I have laid at the back of the Saxon below. John, when we were first acquainted, Your looks were like the raven, your bonny brew was brand, but now you're getting old, John, your looks are like the snow, but blessings on your frosty bow. John Anderson, my Joe. John Anderson, my Joe. John, we climb the hill together, and money's the canty. John, we spent we in another. No women total doom, John, but hand in hand we'll go, and we'll sleep together at the fret. John Anderson, my Joe. That was especially for Burns Day, what was for the last week or something. This is an Irish song called The Verdant Breezes Scream. As I made out on a May morning by the verdant breezes screen, I stood my back to a leafy tree to view the dew on a far county, the dew on a forest tree. A handsome lad I chanced to spy, we are lost 'neath an elder tree. Her rosy cheeks were wan and pale, and she was tired and worn to see, all tired and worn to see. Come sit ye down on the grass, he said, on the dewy grassy green, for the wee birds only come and gain. Since I my true love hae seen, he said, since
Well, unless there's any more singers in the audience, it's back to us again. So, here we go. This is a song that I just thought of. We've never really sort of thought of singing it in the club before, but here goes, you know. If I forget the words, Jimmy, I hope will remind me. It's got a fine chorus, which I think will sound good if we all try and sing it together. You know? It's a song that Norman Kennedy, I think, brought back from America a while ago. He went to Nova Scotia and came back with a few songs. They had gone across there before, of course, about 100 years ago. But now I had a little rooster, and my rooster loved me. Gonna cherish that rooster 'neath the green bay tree. And my rooster went cock-a-doodle-doo, a-doodle-doo, a-doodle-doo. And that's the bit that everyone's got to join in on, you see. Is that too high?
It's too high for you.
No, but it's a wide song, you know. Now once I had a rooster, and my rooster loved me. Gonna cherish that rooster 'neath the green bay tree. Now my rooster went cock-a-doodle-doo, doodle-doo, a doodle-doo. Now once I had a doggy, and my doggy loved me. Gonna cherish that doggy 'neath the green bay tree. And my doggy went woof, and my rooster went cock-a-doodle-doo, doodle-doo, doodle-doo. Oh, once I had a heifer, and my heifer loved me. Gonna cherish that heifer 'neath the green bay tree. Now my heifer went and the doggy went whoop, and my rooster went cock-a-doodle-doo. Now once I had a, what's the other one? A pig, and the pig he loved me. Gonna cherish that pig 'neath the green bay tree. Now my pig he went, and my heifer went moo, and my doggy went bow wow, and my rooster went cock-a-doodle-doo. Now once I had a duck, and my duck he loved me. Gonna cherish that duck 'neath the green bay tree. And my duck went quack quack, and my pig went and my heifer went moo moo, and my dog went bow wow, and my rooster went cock-a-doodle-doo, a-doodle-doo, a-doodle-doo, doo-doo. There's another one, I hope I remember this one. It's another farmyard song, you might say. I know where there's a blackbird's nest, I know where he be. He be in yon termit field, and I be A-er-E. He spied I, and I spied he called I a bugger and a liar. But when I find that blackbird's nest, I'll set the bugger on fire. Working on a farm, 24 years, he tried to take the rise out of I. But when I find, no, what's that? Tried to take the rise out of I. But there ain't no bird on this here farm can hide his nest from I. I wish I was back home in Gloucester, back where those blackbirds sing all day. I'd clap my hands and laugh like buggery to see them blackbirds fly away. Thank you. B.I. Berkshire, B.I. Buggery, I comes up from Wareham. I knows a gal with calico draws, and I knows how to tear 'em. Ow! B.I. Berkshire, B.I. Buggery, I comes up from Pusey. I knows a gal with only one titty, but beggars can't be choosy. That's all of that way. There's another crazy song that comes from the West Country. We used to do several songs that went one after the other, all together.
No,
That's right. Well, we're doing both. 3 of them. There's one called Camborne Hill, which is about a train. Well, Cornwall, you know, you might think it's just flat on the map, but it goes sort of up and down like this as you go along the coast, you know. And the trains, of course, in the early days had to go up and down. They hadn't thought of making cuttings, you see. So, and there's one very steep hill called Camborne Hill, where the train used to chuggle like this, chuff chuff, and it never got to the top. Well, it was very difficult to get to the top because it used to slide back down as fast as it went up. And it goes like this: going up Camborne Hill, going down, going down, going up Camborne Hill, going down, going down. The wheels went around, and the wheels went around, going up Camborne Hill, coming down. The trouble is we know two tunes to it, and it's a bit muddled up there, wasn't it? Now green... Well, we'd sing the nonsense verse, that's the only way I can remember. Green leaves is as green grass is green leaves. Green leaves is just green as green grass is green leaves. Green leaves is as green grass is green leaves. Green up Camborne Hill, coming down, coming down. Going up Camborne Hill, coming down, coming down. Going up Camborne Hill, coming down, coming down. The Wistons went in and the wheels went around. Going up Camborne Hill, coming down. Where white stockings she wore as the smoke. White stockings she wore. White stockings she wore as she done times before. Going up Camborne Hill, coming down. Going up Camborne Hill, coming down, coming down. Going up Camborne Hill, coming down, coming down. Going up Camborne Hill, the wheels went around. Going up Camborne Hill, coming down. Where be going to Jagger? I be going to Loo in Cornwall. War bugger Jagger, I be going there too. Oh, how happy us'll be when us gets to the West Country, where the Oggies passed it. Car bugger Jagger, you make fast, I'll make fast the dinghy. You make fast, kiss my ass, make fast the dinghy. And we'll all go back to Oggyland, to Oggyland, to Oggyland. And we'll all go back to Oggyland, where you can't tell sugar from tissue paper, marmalade and jam. Oggy, oggy, oggy. It's now time for the interval.
Slide trombone, and he comes from way down south. Well, you never heard such carryings on as when that trombone's to his mouth. He moans, he grunts, he groans, wails just like a cow. No one else can play that way, 'cause Charlie won't show them how. I said, now, come on, Mr. Charlie Green, let me hear you slide trombone. We'll make it dark and know you really, really got that tone. Oh, well, if Gabriel knew how you could blow, he let you lead his band, I know. I said, come on, Mr. Charlie Green, let me hear you slide trombone. Well, I know a fool who plays a slide trombone, and he comes from way down south, Thailand, yes. Well, you never heard such carryings on us when that trombone's to his mouth. He moans, he grunts, he groans, he wails just like a cow. Well, no one else can play that way, 'cause Charlie won't show them how. I said, now, come on, Mr. Charlie Green, let me hear you slide trombone. Well, make it talk and make it sing, you know you really, really got that tone. Well, if Gabriel knew how you could blow, man, he let you lead his band, I know, man. I said, come on, Mr. Charlie Green, let me hear you slide trombone. Well, come on, Mr. Charlie Green, let me hear you slide trombone. Another song, the words to which I got the last time I was up here, it's the song I like to do now. It's a song that I'm sure you all know. I cannot tarry. The morning tempest I have to cross. I must be guided without a stumble into the arms I love the most. Then he came to his true love's dwelling. He knelt down gently upon a stone, and at the window he's whispered low, is my true love within that home. She's raised her head from off her pillow. She's raised the blankets from off her breast, and at the window she's whispered lowly, who's that disturbing me at my rest? She's raised her up, gone to the window. She's raised her up and let him in, and they have laid in each other's arms on How long, Mama, how long has that evening train been gone? How long, oh baby, tell me how long. Well, my gal packed her trunk and she said, I'm going away, and I won't be back until you change your dirty way. She said, I'm leaving you, David, and it almost breaks my heart. But remember, sometimes the best of friends must part. Well, how long, Mama, how long has that evening train been gone? How long, oh, baby, tell me how long. Well, I went to the window as the train was passing by. I got the blues so bad, Lord, I thought that I would die. I said, hey, Mr. Mailman, did you bring me any news? You know, my woman left me to sing them how long. How long, Mama, how long has that evening train been gone? How long, whoa, Mama, tell me how long. Well, if I could holler like a mountain giant, go up on a hilltop and call my baby back. How long? Whoa, Mama, tell me how long. How long has that evening train been gone? How long, oh baby, tell me how long. Now won't you tell me, baby, how long? Come on, please do tell me, Mama, how long? Thank you. Well, the last few songs I've done are sort of not that happy, really. I like to do a song, well, it's not really happy, but it's very up-tempo, and but it's actually a vicious song, and we all feel that way sometimes. This song is about two rival gangs who get together just before carnival time on one of the islands in the West Indies. They get together not to drink rum or anything like that, but to decide which gang is the boss gang, and they don't sort of draw straws or anything like that. They sort of have it out the way they do in Glasgow. Yeah. And well, apart from that, though, it's quite an innocent affair, because they go to it with very primitive weapons such as submachine guns and tear gas bombs, and some of them actually do survive, and they can be seen at carnival time a week later wildly shaking one arm and waving one leg and having a ball. I discovered not too long ago that this song is very good for audience participation. Not the kind that you have in mind, but anyway, it's called Massey Bay, and the first part I'll do is the chorus, which I'd like you to do with me. Bay. Meet me down by the railway. Massey Bun, come, let's run. Meet me down by the corner. I'll say that in words so that you can understand it. It says, Massey Bay, he's the gang leader, the male gang leader. Massey Bay, meet me down by the railway. You know what that is? Yes. The British have some of them that don't work. That's that line. And then it says, Massey Bun, come, let's run. Massey Bun is his woman, and she's probably twice as deadly. Massey Bun, come, let's run. Meet me down by the corner, which is West Indian for corner. Okay. Massey Bay, meet me down by the railway. Massey Bun, come, let's run. Meet me down by the corner. Well, while waiting for this carnival, is to jump up with these criminals. I'm going to arm myself with a big stick, and when I reach in town, then it's real licks. Because I don't tell mommy already, or mommy do tie up your belly. Because it's for the federation, before a rebellion, when they ban me by the junction. And I go down Massey Bay, meet me down by the railway. Massey Bun, come, let's run. Meet me down by the corner. Well, Monday morning I wake up early, and I lock the steam up in my body, and I jumping up like a crazy, and I alone can collapse the city with my razor tie onto my knee. I'm like a bitchin' in the 18th century, with me stick in my waist, I go and chick in the place and bust up the old man's face. And I go down Massey Bay, meet me down by the railway. Massey Bun, come, let's run. Meet me down by the corner. Well, to show you I ain't for trouble, on my right hand is my steel knuckle, my chucker in my left pocket, and my toya under my jacket. And I jumping up like a gone wild. I know they're bound to tell it's only style, but if they lick me like a child, I'll take it with a smile and belt them one like a while. Now Massey Bay, meet me down by the railway. Massey Bun, come, let's run. Meet me down by the corner. Well, I done consult the doctor, check me lungs and me liver. I done pay off me lawyer, so he can pay off me undertaker. And as I have no mother, no father, they can post me back to Grenada. But I tell Mr. Chance, if I pay in advance, they bury me in Bermuda. On Massey Bay, meet me down by the railway. Massey Bun, come, let's run. Meet me down by the corner. Hey, Massey Bay, meet me down by the railway. Massey Bun, come, let's run. Meet me down by the corner. Meet me down by the corner. I'd like to do for you now another song I wrote quite recently. This one is called Crimson Was the One. I couldn't tell her, so I wasted her tender time and mine. So we drifted, and crimson was the wine. Eyes would fill with wonder. Too young and not too wise, Hell was winding round her. So I held her, a trap bird on the line. Tried to warn her, but crimson was the wine. She took me for a king. My word to her was thunder. Too slow to question me, too quick to take me under. We read of her. She was too easy mine. Sought another where crimson was the wine. And now it's winter time. The world has turned round slowly. And I who once was king, I'm lying lone and lonely. All I owe now, the memory of a time she lay with me, and crimson was the wine. I'd like to do now a chain gang song. I've never had the privilege of being on one of those, but I've always liked several chain gang songs that I've heard since way back when, and this is the one I like the most actually. It's called I've Got a Rainbow Around My Shoulder, and originally when I heard that phrase, I thought it was referring to the stripes on the prisoner's uniform, which in the original prisoner's uniform is black and white. Of course, a lot of prisoners also these days have gone psychedelic, so they have Technicolor uniforms and all that. But that's what it suggested to me at the time. Anyway, but that's not what it was. And somebody who is very near to that kind of music once explained it to me. He said that when these men are working on their tasks with a pick, I think pick was the word he used, wielding the picks in unison to do up gravel or whatever it is they're doing up at the time, if it's not the boss. They sing these songs, of course, in unison, and the term "I Got a Rainbow Around My Shoulder" refers to the arc that the picks make in the sunlight as they wield them. Okay, now that you've all been educated on this. I got a rainbow all around my shoulder. I got a rainbow all around my shoulder. My mama said, come home, my lost son, come home. My mama said, come on home, boy, my lost son, come home. Well, every way I look this morning, every way I look this morning, it look like rain, boy. Oh, it look like rain. You know, it look like rain now, buddy. Now don't you know it look like rain? Well, every day I get a letter. Well, every day I get a letter. My mama say, come on home, my lost son, come home. My mama say, come on home, boy, my lost son, come home. Well, I'm gonna break right past that shooter. Well, I'm gonna break right past that shooter. I'm going on home now, buddy. Now, don't you know I'm going on? I'm going on home now, buddy. Yes, I'm going on home. Well, I got a rainbow all around my shoulder. Well, I got a rainbow all around my shoulder. I'm going on home, Lord, I'm going home. I'm going on home now, buddy, don't you know I'm going on home. I'm going on home, going on home. Do that, or I could do that. Do that too. Or I know what I could do, yes.
Well, I'll think about that for a minute, but I think I'll do another one of the new songs at the moment. The only thing is you start singing blues and things like that and you feel like singing them all night, but that's what you have to do with it. Yeah, well, I don't know. Alright, I'm going to try one more sort of slow song, then I'll do something robust.
She like a dove, and I like a shifting wind. Would make a music endless as the stars. The night was but the heartbeat of the turning day. Children of the sun, we went our way. find us chasing rainbows in our sleep. For she was young and likewise was my pounding heart. As beauty bound, we drifted from the start. Fragile as the butterfly we are, children of the sun, chasing our star. And if our joy is deeper than the sky, so must our pain be then, and don't ask why. And mountains, if there were, we climb without a fear, and play at hide and seek with death, not knowing so. For he and all his friends were nowhere far away, and tomorrow could not find us where we lay. But silent now, the softly singing tree must stand, for tomorrow never coming came and made it so. My ears can only hear the things she used to say. My eyes are blind to all but yesterday. She like a dove and I like a shifting wind, would make a music endless as the stars. The night was but the heartbeat of the turning day. As children of the sun, we went our way. I just have time to do a couple more or 1.5. I think I'm going to do 1.5. This is, I went to do an engagement from London somewhere to a place called Wittering. No wonder. And when I got there, I found that it wasn't there, if you know what I mean. Apparently there are two of them down in the south of England. And one of them is north of England, north of Scotland, no, north of London, and one is south of London. I went to the one that's north, and they wanted me at the one that's south, so there's a slight discrepancy there. Anyway, so I found myself with loads of time going back on the train and very angry, so I wrote some songs. One I did earlier, Train Time, was one of them. You notice it has a line about on my way to nowhere. Yeah, that was very relevant. Anyway, that was one of the songs. This is another one which is sort of very nonsense sort of song. Come on. Alright, come on. The song is called and I may not be able to remember the words, but that's alright. Tonight it does not. It's called It Ain't No Use in Doing That. And it does not refer to sitting and wondering why or anything like that. And he spends half his time tuning up his guitar. was just like this guitar. Crazy. Come on. You spend 3 hours putting on your clothes. You spend 3 hours putting on your clothes. But there ain't no use in doing that. I'll get him off you, baby, in 3 seconds flat. Ain't no use in doing that. Well, you paint your lips all crimson red. You know, you paint your lips all crimson red. Well, it ain't your lips that I'm trying to see when I take you, baby, home with me. Ain't no use in doing that. Well, you wear false lashes round your eye. You wear false lashes round your eye. Why you do now? I don't know why. They're gonna tickle you, baby, if you start to cry. Ain't no use in doing that. Well, you strap yourself up so tight you can't breathe. Breathe. Strap yourself up so tight you can't breathe. You strap yourself, baby, like an armored car, yet you wear a badge saying you make love, not war. Ain't no use in doing that. Give me a girl who don't wear fancy clothes. Well, give me a girl who don't wear fancy clothes. Yeah, well, who wants to go to a fancy ball? Give me one that's wearing nothing on at all. Ain't no use in doing that. Don't cry, don't bow your head. The dawn has come, that much is for sure. Don't cry, don't bow your head. The night has gone, you're a lady no more. Don't cry, don't bow your head. Music was fine and the wine flowed so free. Don't cry, don't bow your head. You can curse the night, but don't look at me. Don't cry, don't bow your head. And the fish in the deep never see the sunshine. And the wine in the glass ain't the fruit on the vine. So dry all your tears and walk tall in the day. The fears of the night will soon fade away. You're the prettiest girl in Glasgow town. Don't cry, don't bow your head. You won't think of last night when you're all settled down. Don't cry, don't bow your head. Dazzling sun or drizzle in rain, don't sunshine, and the wine in the glass ain't the fruit of the vine. So dry all your tears and walk tall in the day. The fears of the night will soon fade away. Shoes of Lola fine on the floor. Don't cry, don't bow your head, with the wine in your cheeks and your dad at the door. Don't cry, don't bow your head. You spread out your wings so you can fly free. Don't cry, don't bow your head. Now fly as you must in the dawning from me. Don't cry, don't bow your head. And the fish in the deep never see the sunshine, and the wine in the glass ain't the fruit of the vine. So dry all your tears and walk tall in the day.